Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Emma and today I'm bringing you a nice routine that's mobilizing, stretchy, and it's great for aches and pains, particularly in the hips, the lower back and the upper back as well. So when you're ready, get yourself a little bit of space. We're going to start standing. Let's get ready to go. If we haven't met before, by the way, I am registered blind with a little bit of vision, and my guide dog is at the side, so he might kind of pitter-patter around or potter in, we'll see. So do excuse that. And I do try to really audio describe everything in as much detail as possible, so that fellow blind people can follow along, but also anyone that wants to take a nice little screen break, especially for these ones as well, where it's about really relaxing and kind of calming and getting rid of aches and pains. So we're going to start with our feet a little bit wider than we normally would, so they're about shoulder distance apart. Still nice and parallel with the toes facing forwards. And we're going to stand as tall as we possibly can. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose as we feel this air going up through our feet, through the entire body, up through the head. And then all the way down from our head, all the way down to our feet. Start to let the arms relax, become a little heavier. And usually we will pull the abs in a little bit here as well, but as it's quite a nice mobility stretchy one, you can pull them in a little bit, but be a little bit more relaxed with them today. Just breathing nice and deeply. So on your next exhale, let's nod the chin to the chest and start to take a roll down up and over the legs. And I really encourage you to feel that weight through the feet staying the same. And roll up and over the legs and try to do this without the hips hinging back. Now you may be able to reach quite close to the floor, or you may find you need to bend your knees, that's okay. And then we're going to slowly roll all the way up, sending that tailbone down towards our heels. And we're trying to peel up bone by bone until we stand nice and tall. Now as we stand tall, we're going to sweep our left arm out to the side, up by the side of our ear. And we're going to come into a nice big side bend, grounding those feet into the mat. Hips are not moving. We come all the way up and we do the same to the other side. The other arm now lifts up by the side of our ear. We take that arm up and over the head as we do a nice big side bend. We come all the way up to a nice tall standing position, and then we take a roll down again. So a nice flowy one today. We're going to keep the movement going up and over the legs. We reach down, maybe we bend the knees. We notice how the backs of the legs are feeling. We roll up. As we come up, we take one arm out to the side, grounding into the feet. We take a nice big side bend. That feels so nice. And then we come up. That arm drops to the side. We lift the other arm up by the side of our ear, rooting the feet into the floor as we bend over to the other side. We lift the arm back up, let it lower. We're doing this one last time. Chin goes to the chest. We roll up and over the legs towards the feet, letting the arms feel like a rag doll. Bend your knees if you need to, and then slowly roll all the way up to standing bone by bone. Shoulders rolling down your back. We take that sweep of the arm. We take it over to the side. We bring the arm all the way up and we go over to the other side. Good, and then we stand lovely and tall. When you're ready, we're going to swing the arms in front of us like we're hugging a tree, and we're going to round our shoulders back. Then we're going to open the arms out, interlace them behind the head, pull the knuckles down and back, and see if we can open out through the chest. We go again, we swing the arms in front and we try round the shoulders back, separating them as much as we can. We take the arms back behind us, interlace the fingers, pull the knuckles down and back, open the chest. Do this a couple more times, rounding. And then opening out, you're really feeling your back coming into that real round. And then the extension. Let's do this one last time, round. And then open out, interlace the fingers, draw them back and down. Good, standing nice and tall. Your feet are still about shoulder distance apart. We're going to sit our hips back into an invisible chair. And as we do this, we keep the chest lifted and we bring the hands up into prayer together in front of us. Knees tracking in line with the hips. Now, as we come up, we'll squeeze the arms back behind us and see if we can rise up through our heels. We go again, we lower the heels, chest lifted as we sit back into an invisible chair, prayer hands. We come up, and again, we do that little lift if we want to at the top. I'm not going to add it because my mat is really squishy and completely throwing me off balance. So we come down and we lift up. So we're starting to get some movement here into the hips. We're starting to get some work into those shoulders as well. Working a little bit on balance as we come up onto the balls of the feet. Good, just doing this a couple more times. And lifting up. You might be sitting back onto your sofa and standing back up nice and tall. Now the next one, we're going to hold it. So it's good to get some work into those legs, and the hands are going to stay in prayer for a moment. Now from there, we're going to round our spine back like we did a minute ago when we were reaching the arms and hugging that tree. And then you're going to extend, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. And we go again. So if you need to hold on to the legs for this, you can, to give you some support. We're rounding, tucking under, and then we're extending back out. We're trying to move the spine as much as we can as we tuck under and extend. We're feeling those legs, but that's good. We're just doing this for 2. And extending back out. And then we're doing this one more time. And extending back out, good. And then we fold over the legs. And let's just bend and straighten through the knees maybe. Pedaling out the feet. Good. You might want to stay here, or you might want to walk out into your down dog. So hips high, walking out and pedal again. I'm just going to stay here today. Good. And then you can soften all the way down to your mat, and we're going to do some hip openers. So when you're ready, we're going to step our right foot and plant it into the floor. And you're going to have that foot completely flat with the ankle underneath the knee. And you're going to frame that front foot with your hands. The back knee is underneath your hip, and you can have your toes untucked or tucked under. It's completely up to you. It's quite nice to stretch out the toes. From here, just really feel those hips opening out. Good, now from here, we're going to hinge ourselves back a little bit and see if we can straighten out the front leg. So the heel is down, toes up, and then shift the weight forwards again. So we're just starting to come in and out of a hamstring stretch, and then a little hip stretch. So we're just going back and forth. Walking ourselves forwards, knee bending, and then trying to straighten out front leg as we hinge back. Good. Now, when you're ready, we're going to turn to the side. So we're going to hinge back so that the front leg is straight, and we're going to turn to the side. So that straight leg is now foot planted into the floor, and the toes are pointing out in front. We've swiveled to the side, so we're still resting on the knee, but it's like our lengthened leg is out to the side. And we're going to hinge back and forth, hands on the floor just underneath our shoulders, and we hinge back and forward. So we're just now getting into those inner legs, so real nice opening for those inner legs. So it's just like we've twisted to the side, we're kneeling, we've got one leg stretched out, planted on the floor. Good. And then when you're ready, draw that leg in. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to step the other leg now in front. The foot is planted to the floor, ankle underneath the knee. The back leg of the knee is down, and we're shifting back and forth. So hamstring stretch to hip flexor stretch. Taking the weight back, and you can walk your hands back, straighten that front leg, heel down, toes up, and then bend the knee. And the leg that may not fully straighten, and that's okay. Just go where you can. There's no pressure whatsoever. I'm so tight through the body, it's unreal. So don't worry. Good, we keep that leg straight. We now twist and turn to the side so the hips are facing to the side. So in front, so you're kneeling. The leg is straight out to the side. The toes are pointing forwards. Hands are just in front of you underneath the shoulders. So it's like being on your hands and knees, but you've just got one leg out to the side and you're just hinging back and forth. Feeling the inner leg as you hinge back and forth. This is going to give you a nice stretch for the wrists as well. So really nice if you've got some wrist pain. It's going to do it in a nice gentle way. And then when you're ready, draw that leg all the way in and just bring your feet together, open your knees, swivel round so you're comfortable on the mat. And just bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees and just move how you want to. So you might want to move in circles, you might want to do some cat stretches. But I just really want you to kind of sit back into those hips. Move around however you want to. Good, and then bring the legs so the knees are underneath the hips. And you're going to step your hands away and see if you can drop your chest low to the floor. This is a really nice opener for that upper body. So a little bit different to child's pose because we're not sitting all the way back to the heels. The hips are high. Good, and if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always sit all the way back to your heels in your full child's pose. Just take a couple of breathers here. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then slowly walk yourself up to a nice, tall seated position. I'm sitting back on my heels, but you can be cross-legged, however you want to. And just take a sweep of both arms up to the ceiling, a nice inhale as you lift. And as you breathe out, take a little twist to the side. It doesn't have to be much. One arm goes behind your back, one hand on the thigh in front. And then lift the arms back up by the sides of your ears. Take a twist to the other side, especially maybe if you've got some more intense back pain. You might not be twisting too much, or maybe prenatal, you don't want to be twisting too much. Let's go one more time to the other side. Lift the arms all the way up. Let the arms drop all the way down as you breathe out. Maybe give your shoulders a little roll. And that's it, you are done. Really, really quick one, but really nice to get you moving, especially in the morning when it's a bit colder, you've got some aches and pains, and you want to keep it nice and gentle. If you did enjoy it, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. You're going to join us? Come! Can you touch? No. Anyway, have a good day and I'll see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.